Hello everybody, Manithral here, and welcome to the weekly update video for RS3. Now this week, we have something that has been gone for a long time from RuneScape, is the month ahead. Not only do we have the month ahead, but we also have some other stuff, but it's just the fact that they actually return with a month ahead is fantastic. Now, of course, this goes without saying though, but there is an understanding. It's important that they want us to stay informed. Um, but it looks like they are actually going to be delivering all of this, that this is actually going to be um, the content that is going to be coming out. Now, I will say in years prior when they used to do these were always considered a month ahead, but they may or may not come out. So let's see how this new regime, or however, whatever you want to technically classify this as, actually do this. This is actually kind of exciting. Um, but we'll do the month ahead as well as today's updates. So this whole month ahead, we have Princess and the Pauper, which is today's thing. There's a beta test combat style modernization. We'll get into that a little bit. Bug fixes. There's all sorts of stuff. Now, for later this month, there's going to be the 9th through the 15th is supposed to be more beta test, bug fixes, and then there is going to be a community topic. So this is going to be the stuff that they cover in live streams. I will go over this week's whenever we actually go through the update. But the community topic that week is going to be regrounding items and the aura overhaul. So I'm very curious about that as well, because I actually really enjoy my auras. So hopefully there's something in there. Hopefully maybe they'll put it into invention somehow too. You know, the benefits of auras into invention. I think that'd be pretty nice. Gives a little bit more variety to invention, and then that would actually kind of make some things more worthwhile. The 16th through the 22nd is the balancing update, the early game portion of it. Bug fixes, community topic will be the combat beta takeaways. So this is where they go over all the information they gathered. And 23rd through 28th is the combat update for the combat style modernization. If you're not familiar, that also raises the level caps, which is going to raise if you are not doing necromancy to max level. This will also impact your combat level for the other combat styles. There's also going to be the visual update, regrounding items, bug fixes, and the community topic that week is going to be the Grand Exchange improvements. So let's see how this first official week goes with how they plan on do this. So for this week, the content is the Princess and the Pauper, which is a new quest. So there is, well, they don't even have a spoiler for this. Ooh, that is interesting. Well, down here there's a little bit more information. So we'll go down there here in a little bit. But for this week, that is the content. The community topics are going to be shaping the community. So as part of the topic, the new lead community manager Mod Anvil introduce themselves. If you haven't seen it, it's on the main page. It's on X, X/Twitter. So there is stuff out there. There is a live blog as well. But it is about creating an even better community for the RuneScape community. There's also going to be the game design vision. So this is a dedicated blog post directly from Mod Ryan and Breezy, and they will be doing a deep dive on the lay of the land and the design of the pillars, vision, and philosophies that they're going for with the new future RuneScape. The blog is scheduled for Wednesday, February 4th, so that's something to keep in mind. Early game rebalance and dailyscape, so they're picking up where the previous blog left off. This blog will provide us with some information or a preview of how they intend to rebalance early game and tackle dailyscape. There will be lots of information in here, and they will be accompanying this with a Reddit threads for gathering feedback. So they're kind of taking a little bit of inspiration from how they do things with OSRS, which is fantastic. And this blog is scheduled to be released Friday, February 6th. So the Shaping of the Community blog is currently live. There's one coming out on the 4th and then another one coming out on the 6th. It is important to actually check it out. This way you can give your feedback on it. So for the rest of the month, the rest of the month we'll be going over that as time goes on. The Aura overhaul topic, they'll be previewing the design for direction on how to tackle auras during the week 9. So, something to keep in mind. However, this week we have Princess and the Pauper, which is a new quest. So in order to access the quest, you will need to have completed both Murder on the Border and Gertrude's Cat. Strange, but true. And speak with Rodney in Fort 4-3 Kitchen. So it is supposed to be a detective skills type quest. So do bring your best spyglass. I don't know. There's additional regular maintenance going to be going on. So starting tomorrow, Tuesday, February 3rd, there's going to be a continued maintenance. So there's going to be roughly every week, every Tuesday at 9 a.m. UTC, and downtime is going to be about 20 minutes, give or take. But with every fourth period of maintenance happening at a later time, which will be taking place at 11 a.m. UTC. So as you can see here, February 3rd, this is going to be the starting of it. February 3rd, the February 10th, 17th, and 24th are all at 9 a.m. UTC for about 20 minutes. And then Tuesday, March 3rd is at 11 a.m. UTC for about 20 minutes. Now, I know they said every 4, but that's just how they ended up separating it, which is okay. But looks like they're hoping for only 20-minute downtime. And then we head into patch notes. So we have the general, which they fixed an issue that prevented pickpocketing and prevented this to fail. Resolved an issue where safes found in heists were not completing the Thieves Daily Challenge for saves. Scuffle at Harvest Hollow no longer mentions being able to participate in Maze an infinite number of times, nor being able to fletch ranged tools. Fix a typo when examining Maul in the Succession quest. The Barbarian Scavenger achievement has been removed. It was identical to Auto the Ancient achievement, other than the former required by Trend Completionist Cape and latter required by the Master Quest Cape Comp T. Has required MQC since June 2023, so there's no need for multiple achievements. Barbarian Scavengers, a 30 rune score has been redistributed to the Eastern Adventure achievement, which has been split into 4 achievements and to better track progress, completing all and accommodate any future player-owned ports story voyages. So, right there's a little hint that they might be bringing something back for that as well, which I can't actually wait for that because it's been kind of sitting there for a while. So that it's possible to complete all achievements. The Steam release achievement has been removed. The commemorative Steam valve is unaffected. The Mobilize This achievement can now be completed either via Historic Mobilizing Armies rank or purchasing the Mobilizing Armies titles with Thaler. Flash Hatcher has had the Santa hat removed. The addition and removal of the hat should now happen automatically during Christmas. When the mini-map is set to circular and the player enters a specific area, The minimap should no longer show a black square for a brief second. The Name Your Hero interface header has been updated to match the new interface style. The drop-down options for food and rename in the pet interface no longer cut it off. The user interface of some players should no longer revert back to its default layout when they relog after making changes to it. The cropping or crop text within the achievement banner has now been fixed. Selling items with long names to shops no longer causes overlaps in the interface. Fix an issue with the room metrics interface not loading correctly in some situations. Fix the overlap in RuneLink interface for Brazilian/Portuguese worlds. Thus, overflow storage buttons have been changed to yellow. The Activate Aura button has been aligned appropriately. Replace the errors and fix some minor clipping issues in trading interface. Content highlight color has changed to something more readable. Always on chat has been removed after examining the chat options. They wanted to simply simplify chat to work smoothly with keybinds and cause less confusion for new and returning players. Fix some overlapping issues with icons and text in the grouping system interface. Fix some small interface issues and overlaps in commands and diplomacy interface on the conquest minigame. Ribbon bar has been changed to clearly showcase what is being displayed. The Demonheim Shop Trader UI is formatted correctly without overlapping elements. Text does not overspill in the Makeover Mage panel. Players can now use the Makeover Mage without having to close and reopen after using Chameleon. Fates has been removed from the mobile marketplace. Players are no longer forced to walk on a cliff near the Goblin Village. Fix an issue that allowed players to move through the wheat field fence north of Falador. The flag on top of Lumbridge Castle should now move when interacted with. There are no longer visible holes in Mizkar's tower north of Falador. Chancy and Da Vinci click boxes have been improved. Players are no longer be floating when standing on certain tiles in Berthorpe. Fix an issue that caused some notice boards to float in Berthorpe game room. Holiday Portal is now visible as an inactive portal. Fix an issue stopping the creation of boon energy with full inventory. Then we head into the community showcase. So we have a community creation up first here of Odious Bones and their illustration of Lenikia. A little bit of an anime style, which is pretty dang cool. And then we have, this looks more like a painting here from RS_Al9. I like that. I want to say I've seen that style before, but I don't know where, and it looks pretty cool. And RuneTube, we have RuneScape's worst minigame, semi-extreme one-chunk Iron Man. This is by Captain Smash. And yes, that minigame is a bit outdated. And then we have Legos with a Hardcore Iron Man Episode 9, The Champion of Fire. So I'm guessing this is them taking on Tizcal Zuck. So that's pretty cool. And Pink Skirt player events as well as Rune HQ here. Don't forget to check all those kind of events that are going on every week. And there's always something going on every single day in the in-game calendar. You'll be surprised at how much you can find in there. But that is it for this week, guys. So thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, later, guys.